Regular.
To throw, Mayfield being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
180. 56.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Point it right. 56. Alpha.
6 right there.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That'll be complete to Breida. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Hey, alert 33.
56, Mike, 56. Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that would complete to Wendell Smallwood. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Alert. 56.
Check 56.
Mayfield on first down. Check down to Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play call, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check. Fresno. Rush in. Deuce.
You're out. Ready.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, Team 6.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, alert!
Mike 20. Coming to you. Shift.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go! Five!
On 2nd down and 4. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now! Get it!
Now Saquon Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch the screen! Now!
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey!
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check.
X3, 218, chop it. Shoot.
Now Jones. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Breida. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Real. Hey, exit.
56 is the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And going deep. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Jones on 3rd and 2. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Barkley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Jones operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
I call it no gain there on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
King! 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check, 56. Here we go. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He finds Beckham complete.
Here we go.
A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
56 right there.
Hey, let's go.
56 to Mike.
Hurry.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, box truck. I got you.
Mayfield with it once more. He is going to find Hill here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
Good. 180.
Squeeze, double.
Pistol. Big time drive. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
What we got?
Final play of the half. Mayfield is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay, but in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
1st and 10 at the 49.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
54. Here we go, G.
Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, Haywood.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Let's go.
From the 45 on second down, Jones. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
This is Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
56. You got nothing with that.
Pistol. Regular.
From the 31, Mayfield. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 33.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Point it right. Move.
from the gun. Mayfield. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Stop your whining.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Let's go.
11 more on that one and another first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Ricky.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Tyreek Hill, his 21st touchdown of the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Again, it's Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41.
6'6", bullet high.
Now Lewis here on first down. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
First down, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And they have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Takitaki. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Let's go get it.
Saquon Barkley running right. He's to the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point. By the way, 3rd quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Breida, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
180! Alert, 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 alert! I got it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. 4th down, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield eluding the pressure right. He finds his target, Beckham. 27 yards there, a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They run again with Breida. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Switch. Go. Stay at home.
Deep grip.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
With 3 scores in this game, I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Mayfield to throw it. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mayfield on 4th down. It's caught. Beckham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
All right, D, let's all right, D. 56. Mike, 56, right there.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. They go play action. Mayfield. Got a man at It's caught inside the 10.
Let's go, baby.
A gain of 32 that time. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield down. That'll be complete to Breida. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown.
High 7. I got it.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
56, Mike, 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. I got it.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check.
They'll go to Barkley again. And down to the 36-yard line here. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Got it. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Check.
Yeah.
Watch the shit.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Shit. 54. Let's go. Check.
Looking to throw. Jones. Jordan Reed has it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jordan Reed. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Mayfield. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
56, Mike. 56. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 56 to Mike.
Boy.
On third down, Mayfield. It's Hill, complete. The 30, 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Here we go. 50, Mike 50. Check pass.
Run.
Hey, we got Mike 50.
Mayfield. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a one-score game. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said.